Good morning. It's Saturday morning. Just got a pretty nice bike ride in, enjoying the cool weather. Um, I've been watching this YouTuber called The Man Show, and I think is maybe he has more than one channel. He might be the G Man Speaks or something. I don't know. But anyway, he plays like these TikToks of women saying how much they like their sexual freedom. And it's like we all have sexual freedom, but that doesn't mean you have to line people up like there's a new iPhone being released. You can choose to build a life with one person, and then you'll have like all these memories to look back on and build an amazing life together. But generally, for most people, and society really seems to not like the nuclear family, but for most people, it seems like this other guy I listen to occasionally, Coach Greg Adams, CGA. He has this thing he calls the marriage wheel, and like the woman will get what she wants from a man, which is children. Sometimes, not all the time. A lot of women, like so many things. But yeah, this what was that? That basketball player's wife has been saying, oh, she wanted to be a career woman. She didn't even want to get married. Oh my gosh, no gratitude. Nothing would ever be enough for someone like that. I live a simple life, and I am so thankful every day that I wake up. I don't. I love just eating good food and getting getting a nice walk and looking at the beautiful sky in the morning or at the sunset when it's all lit up, real beautiful. I mean, there's so many things to have gratitude for. And this lady, she's got a beautiful, healthy children and family. And oh gosh. But, uh, so in my opinion, a lot of relationships are like torture for both people because if you're somebody that it's never enough for, then it's it's going to be torture for you to be with one person, probably. But if you're somebody that has some gratitude and wants to be with one person, that should be acceptable. I mean, like growing up, they made it seem like you were childish if you wanted to be with one person and actually be monogamous with one person. They would call you childish, or it's not healthy to want that, stuff. I've literally had people say that's unhealthy. It's like I don't think so. I think you're unhealthy. I bet I'm way healthier than they are at this point. I'm pretty old though. I've been around a long time by now. I am very old, and but I don't know. I still feel young and healthy and happy a lot of the time. Even when things get rough, I try to find some good in it, although it's not always possible. I try to find something to be thankful for at least. And but yeah, it's weird. Oh boy, I've kind of got high hopes for Larry Ellison or Ellis. I don't know, that Oracle guy's kid is forming this media empire and buying all these media companies, and And I'm hoping that he'll do good things with it, or at least less bad things, because I feel like in general the way things have kind of been is enforced stupidity, and the media pushes a lot of that, and that's really unfortunate for people that want to be happy and have a nice life or something, you know. But if you want anything, they'll make you regret it. This is the society in general. That if let's find out what he wants so we can make him hate it. That's kind of, or her or whatever. That's kind of the way things seem to be. That's the general vibe of society. Most people, a lot of crab in the bucket mentality, stuff like that. But I don't have much. I don't want much. To me, health is wealth. So I'm hoping to live a long, healthy life and be able to enjoy a lot of walks and bike riding and good meals. I love good food. Uh, I've been cooking really good lately. I've been doing a lot better. I really enjoyed this show on Netflix called there's a Korean show called Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. I ended up enjoying that because that's kind of the way I am when I eat really good food. Oh my gosh, I get all like, ugh. Sometimes I cry tears of joy because food's so good. And I worked up a good appetite from exercising and stuff. So it feels really good to eat a good meal when you're really needing one. And, oh, yeah. And I play Helldivers quite a bit and stream it. And there's been a lot of people complaining about it. And I don't even watch those videos. And sometimes I even tell YouTube not to show me those videos because I don't care about their bad opinions of it. I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't care. I mean, for one thing, Helldivers is different from most games because there's not like a leveling up, and the enemies don't become what they call bullet sponges because you level up and do more damage, so they have to be able to take more damage or you'll just one shot them and stuff like that. Anyway, I just like the whole structure of the game. Like what level you are doesn't matter. It's only an indication that you've played the game a lot. And with all the different loadouts and stratagems you can bring, even though the missions might become repetitive, there's like I just did the math on it. I might make a little video about it, but there's like over 1 million combinations just with the stratagems. Maybe more. I don't know. I didn't look at the number that well. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but the math is kind of interesting about it because I don't know if it was brilliant or leak code, but I've had other problems like this, um, and it's an interesting situation where you have 4 slots and you have like 75 different stratagems. So how do you do that? Well, it's like factorial the factorial number of like 75 times 4 divided by maybe the factorial number of I don't know what the math is exactly, but it's interesting. I'll dig into that and I'll learn about it myself as well when I do the video. These things can become complicated, like combinatrix and um, statistics, and some of these math things are very complicated. And even people that are really good at math and knowledgeable at math debate some of these things. For this particular thing, there's not much debate. There's one way to do it correctly, I think, to get the right number you're looking for there. But some of these things there is some debate about. And uh, also in my course of doing leak code, I have gotten better at it. But when there are hard ones that I need AI's help with, AI has gotten so much better. It's incredible. AI has definitely been improving, and I'm loving that. I particularly like Claude and Gemini, and those are my two favorite AIs right now. But I use about 3 or 4 different ones, and I even have a AI web page called Ask Universe that I have hosted on Firebase. But I need to rewrite it. Like, it's been a couple years since we gotten it started, since we did it, and a lot has changed since then. Like the Node JS is out of date on it now, and I haven't been updating all the AI models and all the places throughout the code, just the 3 key places that you need to get it to work. So I've been doing like the bare minimum to keep it working, and now it's not working 100% of the time. So I really need to redo that, but it'll be way easier this time because I'll use AI's help a lot more to redo it, and it'll probably be way better than what I had. Which what I had came from watching a YouTube video that was like 4 hours long, and there were like key mistakes throughout the code that you had to watch the video very closely to get it right. And a lot's changed over the last 2 or 3 years with all that. And I'll probably build it differently this time too, since AI can help me get the code dialed in really good and just the way I want it. So it'll probably be a lot better. Maybe this over the winter I'll get that completed, but I don't know. You never know with stuff like that. But it all mostly works the same way. You have a AI API that you use to have your uh, questions examined by the AI. That's still the way it works. So as far as that goes, that's the same. And but every little bit they have a new AI model, and then they make some of them what they call deprecate, and then those don't work anymore. So you have to update the AI model. But yeah, I've been finding it weird how uh, people automatically think freedom or sexual freedom or any kind of freedom means doing whatever you want. And that's not always the best. I mean, if you want all the right things, if you only want things that satisfy you right now, and it's good to live in the moment because, you know, I think technically that's all that exists is each moment. But since we are humans and we can think further ahead, and it can be helpful and useful, and you can have a lot more happiness in the long run if you'll think farther ahead and live your life accordingly to some degree. And it's sort of like Brian Johnson's blueprint. He turned over his whole life to longevity and trying to build an algorithm for living that helps him to live forever potentially. And I think that's really cool. I'm very interested in that because, for one thing, I mean, people will say, "Oh, everybody's got to die someday." That's true, probably. But why wouldn't you want to live forever potentially? I mean, like you're, and if people are like, "Well, you're separated from God," it's like, God might be within you. And what if you have people around you that you love? You could grow your love and just, I would love to just keep living a beautiful, healthy life with the people I love. I don't see anything much better than that. And for these people that are wanting to go to heaven or go be with God after they die, yeah, maybe that could be great. But He did give you this body, if you believe in God, and this life. Why shouldn't you try to make the most of it? And it just as an experiment, like, could you live 1,000 years and be married to the same woman and be happy? Most of these people can't even be married 1 year or 3 years or 10 years, and they get bored or whatever. I don't know, but I think that'd be a neat experiment. I'd like to try it. Although marriage is kind of a scary, the whole thing. I mean, holy cow, the divorce rates are really high, and it's horrible for most people. It's like torture, and I'm not a fan of torture, so I try not to torture people and try not to get tortured. That's my position on that. And I think you could grow your love and your experiences and your joy over thousands of years. I think it's possible. I think it'd be interesting to see. And we'll never know until we can live thousands of years. But AI might make that possible with all the scientific advances we're making. Things are starting to, like, things have been moving really fast ever since, like, uh, maybe the 60s when computers started getting going. Things started really speeding up, advancements and things. And maybe even the industrial era. Each era of big advancement has led to, like, increased speed of advancement. It seems like I think that's a general trend in some ways. And so yeah, it could be the case that we could be living for thousands of years. So I'm trying to get into my healthiest state of that I possibly can with my body and mind. And it's been going really well so far. I've been getting stronger physically, and I'm solving, like, leak code problems that, like, 2 or 3 years ago I would read that and I wouldn't even understand what they're talking about. It's like a foreign language or something. Uh, so I think key to improvement is consistency. Like, make a little progress every day. You also need to have rest days and like take a break from things sometimes, but you need to get back on it pretty quickly. And getting a lot of good sleep is also very good for longevity and physical and mental performance. So, well, thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day.